Lots of the government spending, they just like throwing the money because not coming from their pocket. But it's citizens' money. We have to take care of it as much as we can. We have a fiduciary duty we have to fulfill that.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Kim.
you.
Any more public comments? Was there a staff report on this?
As it was mentioned earlier today, I think it was acting city manager, the mayor, our New River project is approximately 75% completed. The New River project is 3 components. The first component is the trash and diversion structure. The second component is the bypass encasement, and then the third component is our pump back system. So since the project is already about 75% completed, we need to get an operation and manuals plan together, which will assist the city in the sustainability of the project. Therefore, we can have that information together and we can go to the county and go to the IID, because originally the MOU that we currently have with both the county, the IID, and the city is that each agency will only be paying $50,000 per year. But having this plan, we will be able to see how much if we're going to need for preventative maintenance, if we're going to require any additional employees, how are we going to be collecting the trash from the diversion structure, where it's going to be hauled at. So all of the planning needs to come into this plan. In addition, it is one of the requirements that we have with the Department of Water Resources that one of the deliverables is an operation and maintenance plan. So the reason we asked Michael Baker International is because they're the ones that designed the plans and specs, and they're also providing engineering services for the project. So they submitted a proposal of $175,000 to do the operation and maintenance plan. So we come before you to request an amendment to the original contract.
Thank you. Do you have any comments, questions from the council?
I just have one question.
Public comment is already closed. You know,
It's a question
temporary.
regarding this
No,
particular project.
sir, you already have public comments on that. Okay.
It's not a public
Well,
comment.
you know, no, but it's for the council. It's for the council. Thank you.
Yeah, it's for discussion, isn't it?
It's for the council. We're at the council
It
comment.
says here for the discussion for everyone.
No, sir, it's for the council. There was public comment already.
Discussion of potential action. City Attorney, can you please guide them?
Yeah, I think what the mayor's saying that at the beginning, it was a time for public comments to be introduced on the item. Now the item has moved over to council deliberations. So, yeah, so he's saying that at the beginning was a time for the public comments. They've now moved to council deliberations.
Yeah, I
That's
think
what
we understand that, Mr. I mean, I think you probably missed the opportunity. That's what you're probably asking. 'Cause those were gone already, but you're asking probably
I
to be
think
heard.
it's something critical for you
Right, I
guys.
understand that, but I think you probably missed it. That's fine, but he makes
Okay.
the decision.
Okay,
No.
Thank you.
I missed my decision.
Thank you. You know, any comments from the council, questions?
No, Mr. Mayor, I just think that, obviously you have the authority to do your presiding officer, but I think sometimes people miss opportunities and they should be given an opportunity to speak. That's all it is.
Well,
you
I'm
know.
asking the council, I can go back and, as the,
I will appeal to you, Mr. Mayor, if you could do that. Thank you.
okay, go ahead, sir.
The reason I wanted to ask you this, because I'm not very familiar with it, but I've seen other actions that cost you a 10% to the general fund. Are you going to take the 10% from this money? That's for administration of any money that comes from the federal government, comes from the state, comes from other agencies. You have the authority to charge them 10%. Your administrative costs. Are you going to spend again? Because in the audit, it says that you spent $6,835,000, and you opted not to collect for the 10% you're allowed. You missed $638,000. that could have been used for our police, for our fire. You decided to give it away, but that money could have been earmarked. This money does have a potential for a 10% administrative cost to the funds. You're the one in charge.
Sorry, but I didn't understand your question. What I can say is that the agreement that we have with the Department of Water Resources, we charge any type of, if myself, city manager, or our finance department works on the New River, we charge our hourly rate with benefits, and then we get reimbursed. But that's just for the people that work on the New River project.
I ask you, does it have a 10% administrative cost allowable? That's my question to you. So you don't know?
Sir, if I may, we can have this interaction between staff and the public. If you want to, you can schedule an appointment, but this is not a general fund project. This is based on a grant, right? So I know you have very precise questions, and you admitted that you don't have enough information, but we're willing to offer you and sit down with you.
That's why I'm raising the question, because she should be able to answer like that.
Yes, but that's not general fund. What you're asking is general fund. This is not general fund, sir. Okay, so
I told you it's every money that comes from other agencies. You're allowed to charge 10%.
I understand for your administrative costs. I understand what you're saying, but this is something else. Thank you. So with that, any more public comments? Okay. So with that, I move to approve this item. Do you have a second?
Yeah, so move.
Roll call.
Mayor Camilo Garcia,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Javier Moreno,
Yeah.
Councilmember Gloria Romo, Councilmember Victor Legaspi,
Yes.
Councilmember Lisa Thailenda.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Item number 20, authorizing acting city manager to sign amendment number 2 between the City of Calexico and Dynamic Consulting Engineers in the amount of $264,144.90 for consulting, management services, environmental and consulting services for the New River Improvement Project, Calexico Reach. Staff report.
Yes, back in 2021, we did all the RFP process to get a construction management team for the New River project. Dynamic Consultant was selected. Their scope of work was to do be a registered engineer, do daily inspections, do geotechnical reporting, and all of that. One of the items that they were not part of their scope of work was the biological and environmental services, but unfortunately during the construction of the New River project, we had to terminate our biological services and environmental agreement. So Dynamic went ahead and filled in that those services. We are required to have biological services as well as environmental services because we have 2 permits. One permit through the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, and then the next permit is with the Army Corps of Engineering. So we come before you to amend Dynamic Consultants agreement so they can continue working with us and allowing us to have those services for the New River project.
Thank you. Do you have any public comments? Any comments from the council?
No, Mr. Rocha? We don't want to miss you, okay? No, I'm just saying because last time we missed that. Anyways, no, I don't have anything.
Okay. So do I have a motion to, on this
I
item?
so move.
Second, roll call, run. I will second.
Yeah.
Mayor Camilo Garcia,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Javier Moreno,
Yes.
Councilmember Gloria Romo. Yes. Councilmember Victor Legaspi.
Yes.
Councilmember Lisa Thailenda.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Now, do I have a motion to extend the meeting to, say, 11, since we read?
So move.
Second.
So, roll call.
Mayor Camilo Garcia,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Javier Moreno.
Yes.
Councilmember Gloria Romo. Yes. Councilmember Victor Legaspi.
Yes.
Councilmember Lisa Thailenda.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Item number 21, appointment by Councilmember Thailenda to the following commissions, boards or committees: Police Advisory Commission and Community Services Commission.
For the Police Advisory Commission, I'd like to appoint Angela Moreno. The Community Services Commission, I'm actually going to have to table that to the September 18th meeting, please.
Okay,
Thank you.
Item number 22, appointment by City Council to the Business Improvement District Bid Commission.
You need a motion?
Yes.
I make a motion to appoint Mr. Alejandro Hernandez to the Business Improvement District.
I have a second on that one.
I second.
Okay, roll call.
Councilmember Camilo Garcia,
Yes.
Mayor, I'm sorry, Mayor
Pro Tem
Camilo
Javier
Garcia.
Moreno.
Mayor Pro Tem Javier Moreno.
Yes.
Councilmember Gloria Romo. Yes. Councilmember Victor Legaspi.
Yes.
Councilmember Lisa Thalinda.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Hernandez.
Item number 23, adopt budget resolution, amendment resolution number 2024 dash for fund number 411, capital improvement project, CIP, for reallocation of $3,500 from air conditioners courthouse to emergency operations center, EOC, for the purchase of office equipment. Staff report.
Good afternoon, Council. So adopt the budget amendment resolution from Capital Funds 411 that was approved back in July 3rd. It was presented June 26th for budget workshop. So 18,000 of the capital improvement project for Fire Station and 1 courthouse was for the AC units. The department ended up using close to 13,000, 12,000. So the reallocation of the 3,500 is to provide chairs, tables, office equipment for the department's EOC training room. So we're able to move the remaining funds from the AC units to be able to purchase office equipment to house an emergency operations center at the courthouse.
Any public comments on that? Comments from the council? Motion on this item?
I'll make a motion to approve as presented.
Do you have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Mayor Camilo Garcia,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Javier Moreno.
Yes.
Councilmember Gloria Romo. Yes. Councilmember Victor Legaspi.
Yes.
Councilmember Lisa Thalinda.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Number 24, item number 24, renovations to Calexico Fire Station number 2. Letter A, authorize the city manager to sign change order number 14 with A&N Quality Builders in the amount of $6,066 for renovations to Calexico Fire Station number 2. Letter B, adopt budget amendment resolution number 2024 dash for Fund 255, American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA, in the amount of $7,066 for Calexico Fire Station number 2.
Again, this was something that I had brought to the council past meeting regarding the exhaust monoxide system in the apparatus floor. It has been installed. I went and did a check today. All the wiring is ready to go, and it's pretty much, again, carcinogen, preventative, safety measured, hazard measured, where the fire engine goes into the apparatus floor, vents open up, and they shut off at a certain amount of time. So this is just another change order that's coming with fire station number 2.
Thank you. Do you have any public comments on that? No? Comments from the council?
Just where will the funds come from, Mr. Contreras, real quick? I know it says budget amendment. Is that general budget? For this? Is that,
That's actually
we're gonna pay for that?
From ARPA money?
ARPA.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, got it, thank you.
Any more questions?
And just for a heads up, and I've said this I don't know how many times, I hope it's the last one, right? But we do have a generator that's not compliant, that it's back from 1990, that they want to retrofit and upgrade, as well as a non-compliant irrigation system because of the wire exposures that were installed improperly back in the 90s. So we're another change order to come next meeting.
I do have a question.
And again, and this was opening up the facility, right? We didn't know what we're getting ourselves into, but now that it's open, we want to make it right. So then once everything gets finalized, we should be good to go for another 20, 30 years. So again, these are unforeseen events. It's exterior of the building. The building pretty much 95% complete with all the new renovations. It's just updating the generator system the irrigation system, that they sent out another change order. Is that Linda?
Yeah, so I just, for the record, have we gotten refunded any of that grant money that everyone keeps alluding to has gotten loosened up or given to us? We haven't got refunded
No,
for it, right?
and there was an extension on that to March 2025.
Yeah, but the
And we haven't received no funding.
right, but have we submitted for it again?
Yes.
Yes, okay. All right. Just
Yeah.
want that on record.
We just resubmitted it today.
Today.
Perfect, thank you.
Any more comments, questions? If not, do I have a motion for this item?
So move to approve.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, Ronnie?
Mayor Camilo Garcia,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Javier Moreno.
Yes.
Councilmember Gloria Romo. Yes. Councilmember Victor Legaspi.
Yes.
Councilmember Lisa Thailenda.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Now for informational items, receive and file Library Board of Trustees minutes for meeting from April 9, 2024. So that's just, now we'll move on to future agenda items. I can start from my, right?
Lady first?
Yes. For the next meeting, I would like to get a second for the PD special unit to be on the next meeting for the downtown. Can I get a second?
I second it.
Right, thank you. Also, I requested the information on the Holt Group, but I'd like it to be put on the next agenda for discussion action to remove Holt Group as consultants except for the fire station project. Can I get a second? Maybe.
Yeah, second.
Thank you. And for the next meeting, could I get a second so that we can hear a discussion, potential action item for city attorney to put the job description on and see what it would entail for a permanent position, potential budget amendment for the next meeting? Can you get a second? Well, the policy says I need a second. That's the direction I was given. Policy says I need a second.
Yeah, then, yeah, there's a policy provision where if you get it at the council meeting, it comes back at the next meeting, correct?
So, can I get a second?
Yeah, second.
Thank you. Also, I'd like to request that staff put together a discussion action item for council to review for a potential forensic audit of all city departments, please. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So hopefully, Mr. Contreras, by next city council meeting, we'll have an update of the fire department, fire station number 2, in terms of what's costing us so far. A grand total of itemized things like all the change orders, everything, also included maybe foreseeable, like you were saying, right? Also, I'd like to see an update. Okay, so as we know, the new port of entry, the pedestrian port of entry, it's soon to be starting, I think this year, later this year or next year. Maybe we could reach out to the powers to be. How's that going to affect that First Street? It's going to be a huge project there for many years, right? And maybe you've done already something?
I have a meeting with them tomorrow.
Good. Yeah, an update on that, especially the business. Mr. Alex, Business Improvement District. You know, how are we going to be walking around talking to the business owners because it's going to affect them? We don't want the same thing happen in '98, right? That affected those businesses there. I have one more item. Better yet, I'll wait for that one. No, it's okay. That's all I have. Yes, yeah, thank you.
Legaspi?
Also, I said it earlier on AB 481. We need that ASAP. It's a yearly process there. The militarization of weapons. That's what it is, AB 481. And also, another thing, adopt a park. People have been asking for that, so if we can bring that up on the next agenda. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, are we talking, are we going to, I know you're going to be gone next meeting, right? Yes. So are we going to, bring up the water thing, or we're not going to? Because I did talk about that. Are we bringing it back to the agenda so we can talk about that? My question. We tabled it, right? So, but it wasn't brought this meeting, but we're going to bring it to next meeting. So I think it's important that we bring that up.
I second that.
Huh?
I second what you're asking
Yeah.
for.
Okay, so you second it. Yeah.
Do you want any specifics as to why you want to bring it back?
Well, first of all, it was unofficial, the meeting we had. We already know that, so we want to correct the violation. So we bring it back and have it start over again. People were up for vacations, like summer, we kind of like, I wasn't going to say we rush it through, but I think I heard the people, they want to be heard again. So starting from scratch again, and we'll make sure we do it correctly, in adherence with the law, and just listen to people, their concerns.
Thank you. Just a couple of items. I know, Chief, you mentioned that on the airport, you alluded to the former Rose Plainfood building. Before we do anything there, put in trailers or anything of that sort, first I would like to clean up that area. You know, I know that Rosa left or whatever establishment was there. It was left with a lot of old equipment, you know, and I think it's just the size. So I don't know if it's an inventory. I don't know what we still keep it over there. So clean up because I mean, besides being a bad, welcoming to anyone that flies into our airport, we need to clean it up, and we need to make sure that again, before we agree to put trailers for support of some sort of emergency services, which makes sense, but then also I want to make sure that we go back and we look at the airport as for what it is, an asset, and we make it a plan of our economic development. Many times that has been brought up as maybe an opportunity for a business to go in there, because before, the airport was a destination because of a business that was there. People will fly into that just to eat there, and now that we have the outlets, it has potential before we get into any other use. And then also talking about trailers, what I want to revisit is the travel trailers that are located on the east side of town. Going back to that and see what we can do about those, because they're just sitting there idle. I know they were given for certain purpose, but if we can talk to the county or whoever was I think maybe we have ownership now, but if we can look for a way to put them to use or somehow not just having a store, going to, no use, and maybe just loosen them. So anyway, that's my list of items.
Mr. Mayor, point of order, can I just add something to your request for the trailers? So, I'm a member of the Imperial County Continuum of Care Council, and I remember those trailers very well. They were given to us with the home key when we had the COVID. Mr. Figueroa, the former city manager, was here that time. So those eventually ended up in our possession. We hold the title of those. I verify with the state. What can we do with the trailers? Because now with COVID's gone, he goes, you can do as you please, which means we can do as we please. At that point, I even asked Mr. Figueroa, maybe we can sell them, RFP, I don't know, donate them, whatever it is, because it's a store now, or use them for the intended purposes. So, yes, Mr. Mayor, it's a good idea, Mr. Contreras. I can forward that information. We can do as we please. They belong to us, free title. I think if we put them use, into our community here I don't think of something, but yeah, they're going to deteriorate it. When they were given to us back then, they sat at this in El Centro at this yard, and they completely deteriorated. So the state gave us $45,000 to refurbish them. We got them brand new, got them back out here, and they're out there for years again. It's just a bad investment. So we should. I agree, Mr. Mayor. We should do something with that. Yes.
Thank you. Go ahead, make a brief. Can you get to the mic?
What is the purpose of the airport anymore? What is the purpose? It's costing you money. You're losing money every year. So what is the purpose of the airport? To have two people land there and make that as their private area? Are you in the business of losing money, or we're supposed to break even? Consider that as a business proposition. If it's not making you money, then get rid of it. You can convert that into something else, a park or something else. But nobody uses the airport nowadays. There's maybe 2 planes that land there on a daily basis.
Thank you for the comment. With that, let's just go back and look at the items that were directed. Now, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second. Roll call, Orlando.
Mayor
Oh,
Camilo
Mr. Mayor,
Garcia.
hold on, before I forget, sorry about that. Okay, my motion for the water rates was a discussion action item, not information, okay? That's what I want, thank you.
Mayor Camilo Garcia.
Yes?
Mayor Pro Tem Javier Moreno.
Yes.
Councilmember Gloria Romo. Yes. Councilmember Victor Legaspi.
Yes.
Councilmember Lisa Thailenda.
Yes.
Motion passes.
So we're adjourned.